What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video on this Saturday. Hope you're having a good weekend. This is a new episode of The List. What is The List? It's a show I created where I talk about wrestling topics, news items, anything I want to talk about and discuss. I talk about it. I read the stories in front of me and I give my opinions. So here we go. First topic on this episode of The List. I'll talk about, I think, 3 to 4 topics. So Charlotte Flair, she's had a tough week. First is announced after SmackDown. When she defeated Peyton Royce, it was announced Charlotte Flair had a ruptured breast implant. Obviously, I'm sure it happened in the ring. But she was going to work through the ruptured breast implant, work through the pain. I don't know if there's any pain involved in it, but maybe there is. She's going to work through the injury through the entire 2-week European tour. She's going to get through the European tour, come back to the States, and get her breast implant fixed. But then, she was on the European tour the first or second night, and she ends up losing her teeth. Her teeth got knocked out. I don't know if it's her front teeth or what, but she got some teeth knocked out. She actually took a selfie with one of the fans. There's a photo online, and during the selfie, she told the fan, I'm not moving my hand from my mouth because I just had my teeth knocked out. So she took the selfie like this. Pretty funny. Not funny that she got her teeth knocked out, but how she took the selfie. So it goes on to say, after she had her teeth knocked out, sadly, she went off the European tour of, I believe, it was Belfast. I think it was Germany. The match was in Germany, where it ended in DQ after Carmella was disqualified for refusing to back off when the referee was trying to break it up in the corner. The match probably ended in DQ because Charlotte had some teeth knocked out. So it goes, Charlotte has returned to the United States. She posted on Instagram that she confirmed that she underwent dental work near Charlotte, or near North Charlotte, North Carolina. She had dental surgery. And to add to Charlotte's list of injuries, she's also waiting. She doesn't have that many injuries. It's just her teeth and her ruptured breast implant. She's also awaiting surgery to repair the ruptured breast implant she sustained. She got this injury before WrestleMania 34. I didn't know that. So she's at it over a month. She's been working. The ruptured breast implant, that can't be easy. So anyways, she decided to hold off the surgery because she wanted to work WrestleMania 34 against Asuka. Charlotte is really dedicated. I respect her even more. Knowing she's worked with a ruptured breast implant for over a month. She's really dedicated. You can tell she really loves the business. So Charlotte was asked. So WWE decided to put the Women's Championship on Carmella. And Charlotte was asked to work with her at Backlash. And she agreed. Even though that's kind of wrong. WWE made her work when she ruptured breast implant when she already worked at WrestleMania. So, anyways, she went home from the European tour and she's returned home and she will likely undergo the knife sooner rather than later to be ready in time for SummerSlam. Well, she's going to work, unless they take her out of Money in the Bank. Charlotte is scheduled to be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match in I think 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know when it is, 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. Is Money in the Bank. Charlotte qualified to be in the match. So does this mean she's going to get pulled from Money in the Bank to get her surgery on her breast fixed? I don't know. If I was WWE, if I was running things, I would ever work Money in the Bank, and right after it, I'd ever get the surgery and take off 1 or 2 months until August. I don't know what they're going to do, but all I know is I respect Charlotte even more, knowing she's been working with a busted breast implant. Next story on this episode of The List. So bottom line, I love Charlotte anyways. I will always be a fan of hers. I was a fan of her before I heard this news about her injuries, but now I'm even more of a fan of her, and I even respect Charlotte more. And you should too. Next story, Cody Rhodes putting on his All-In show in Chicago. They're going to try to draw 10,000 fans. They might probably will draw 8,000. I don't know about 10, but maybe they will. Chicago is a hotbed with a lot of hardcore, passionate fans. So fans in Chicago will probably show up and make it 10,000. So I don't know how stupid this is about Cody's show All In, and they're having a big weekend of signings of the talent appearing, different talent appearing, signings for All In weekend. Somehow, stupid Vince Russo tried to get himself involved and tried to get invited and thought he was coming to the event because he said he wanted to be there on Twitter. So anyways, Russo, you have nothing to do with the Bullet Club. You have nothing to do with the Young Bucks or Cody. Why are you trying to get yourself invited to the signings? Like, who in the fuck would want a Vince Russo autograph? Not me, ever. And I definitely wouldn't pay the guy. I wouldn't pay him a penny for his autograph. So, they got into kind of a Twitter war, Cody and Russo. A lot of Twitter messages, anyways. First, Vince Russo says on his Twitter, the absolute fact in capital letters that I'm ready and willing and able to appear at All In, while others are already attempting to do everything in their power to keep me from attending. Tells you just about everything you need to know about me and them. First off, Russo, who cares if you're ready and willing and able to appear at All In? Who in the fuck would want you there? Obviously, Cody doesn't, because he tweeted you back. And he quoted your tweet, and Cody goes on to say, after quoting Russo's tweet, Cody says, "We don't reward bad behavior. Stay away from our event." So Cody does not want him there. And I don't blame him. Russo is a dick. He's a douchebag. He's a dumbass. He's a jerk off. He's a jackass. And he's a stupid person. So then Russo goes on to tweet Cody again. He says, I'll gladly take the blackballing if I can prevent even one guy or girl from suffering a career-ending injury in a performance that's supposed to be a worked fight any day of the week. So then Russo goes on to say in another tweet, he says that the style of wrestling at All In basically would be too dangerous and he doesn't want to attend to see someone get injured. Whatever. You're an idiot, Russo. So then he goes on to tweet, every week I watch all forms. This is stupid Russo tweeting. Every week I watch all forms of wrestling. I watch all wrestling formats. WWE, NXT, and New Japan, always having an open mind. Even saw Velveteen Dream for the first time this week and dug him. Where the fuck have you been, Russo? That you haven't heard of Velveteen Dream before now? The guy's been around for like a year at least. The guy has been around for a long time. Over 8 to 10 months. If you're a wrestling fan and you don't know who Velveteen Dream is, you've never seen him before today, that's pathetic. You're not a passionate wrestling fan then if you have not seen Velveteen Dream's work before today. So then anyways, Russo goes on to tweet boring shit about himself, putting himself over. I don't care to read it. Talking about God created me as an individual mind. Yeah, no one cares. No one cares about you, Russo. So then, anyways, Cody says he's booking his dog at the event and not Vince Russo. That his dog will be booked and all the proceeds of his dog's appearance will go towards Paul's Chicago organization. So Russo, my final thoughts on Russo trying to attend the All In event in September in Chicago. It's Cody's event. It's a Young Bucks event. It's a Bullet Club's event. Russo, nobody wants you there. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody cares to see you ever again. Nobody cares to hear from you ever again on Twitter. I don't follow Russo, so whatever the guy tweets, the dumb shit he tweets, the Twitter wars he gets in, I ignore him. I don't pay attention to what Russo says because the guy absolutely is a dumbass. And I'm not going to waste my free time getting pissed off at what the dumbass things Russo says. I'm not going to waste my time paying attention to Russo ever again. I just gave my opinion on this Russo story because it is wrestling news. Russo trying to get involved in Cody's event. Thank God Russo won't be there because he'd just bring the event down. Just like he brought WCW down and TNA down because Russo got TNA kicked off Spike TV in my opinion. That's a long story, but Spike TV saw that Dixie Carter was still talking to Russo in emails, and Spike TV wanted no part of Russo involved in TNA. And they found out he was involved talking with Dixie, and that's when Spike TV basically wanted TNA gone off their network. So next topic on this episode of the list. CM Punk. Look, on Twitter, I tweet a lot of shots at CM Punk, a lot of jokes at him, not at his Twitter, because I'm blocked by him. Been blocked by him for like 3 whole years, maybe since 2014. I don't know. Probably since 2014. Because at the time when he left, when he walked out, when he quit, he was in the right to walk out. That was his decision. It's his life. The guy was not happy. But at the time when he left, I was not happy. I thought, why are you leaving the company? I didn't like it. And I was angry about it. I've gotten over it. It's been over 4 years. Do I hate CM Punk? No, I don't hate the guy at all. I don't hate many in wrestling. Except for Vince Russo. And Kevin Dunn. I don't even hate Vince McMahon. I don't hate Stephanie. A lot of people hate on Vince McMahon and hate on Stephanie a lot. I'm not one of them. Is Vince old? Yes. But so what? Is he losing it? Is he... I don't know. I don't know. You could say he lost it over 4 years ago when he started trying to push Roman as the guy. Does Vince McMahon, does he have dementia? I don't know. I'm not going to accuse him of having that because I don't know. Or I'm not going to just say Vince. I'm not going to be screaming on YouTube for Vince McMahon to retire because it's not going to happen anyways. So, CM Punk is appearing. If you're fans of CM Punk, you should be very happy to hear this. CM Punk is doing a meet and greet the night before the Bullet Club's All-In event. You can meet CM Punk the night before at Pro Wrestling Tees retail store in Chicago. They've announced Punk will be there on August 31st, the night before All In. Probably got to pay big money just to get his autograph and meet him. They're probably going to charge you a lot of money. That's just my opinion. Maybe the tickets, I don't know, for the meet and greet, maybe they'll only be $30. I don't know. And I don't really care. Because I don't think about CM Punk. And I don't really care to ever meet the guy. I'm a fan. I was a fan of him in wrestling. I'll admit it. I was a fan of him. Big fan of him. But he's out of wrestling. Do I wish him well in his life? Sure I do. I wish him and his wife happiness. I wish them a lot of happiness and that they're healthy for the rest of their lives. I'm more of a fan of his wife. Because CM Punk has a right to speak his mind on... He doesn't really talk about WWE anymore, but I didn't like it when he kept talking about him, how I'll never go back. I never watch it anymore. I'm not a fan of it. That he claims he's done with wrestling forever. Maybe that's not true because he's doing a meet and greet at a pro wrestling store that sells pro wrestling shirts. CM Punk, to me, the guy seems very bitter about how it ended in WWE, and I'd probably be bitter too if I was fired on my wedding day, but I wasn't. I'm not him. I have nothing to be bitter about as a fan. I have nothing to be angry about as a fan. Did Backlash, was it not very good? No, it wasn't. I'll admit it, Backlash was not good. There's only one good match, Rollins-Miz. But Backlash is one pay-per-view for the entire year. It was one bad show. And they did it to themselves. WWE booked themselves into a corner. I don't know why they had to put Roman in the damn main event. That was unnecessary. Should have never happened. Or you just should have had Samoa Joe destroy him and leave the arena. I don't know, man. Backlash was not good, but it was one show. There'll be many other pay-per-views and many other network WWE network specials that will be very good, like NXT takeovers, like Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. So I'm a fan that I do not have anger inside of me as a fan to hate on WWE. I don't have it in me. I don't have the time, and I don't want to waste my energy. I don't want to have hate-filled feelings inside of me to hate on Vince McMahon or what WWE does. If I hated what they did so damn bad, if I was so fed up, I would stop watching. And I'm not fed up. I'm not going to be fed up and stop watching because Backlash was not good. That's stupid. As I said, I'm the type of fan, I do not get very angry. If I do get very angry about what WWE does, I usually let it go within a day. I don't like what they're doing with Roman. They should stop it. Stop pushing him as a damn babyface. But I'm not going to stop watching because I don't like how they're booking Roman. That's not going to make me stop watching. So anyway, CM Punk is appearing in Chicago at Pro Wrestling Tees on August 31st. Cody Rhodes retweeted Pro Wrestling Tees announcement about Punk's meet and greet. This fueled speculation, of course it did, that Punk's further involvement with the event. Will CM Punk, as I said, I think he's still bitter about the wrestling business. That's just my opinion. The guy's going to be bitter until he works for a different wrestling company. He has a UFC fight, I believe, in June. On June 9th, he has a UFC fight. I might have to do a live reaction for that because I think Punk is going to lose again in the octagon. The guy's too old to try to learn MMA and be defeating other fighters, in my opinion. So, even though he's bitter, would and win, because it's going to happen. When is CM Punk going to appear in a wrestling ring at a wrestling event again? I don't know when. Could be at Cody's event. I don't know if Cody and Punk were ever good friends. I know Punk was a big fan of Dusty Rhodes, his father. But anyways. Will CM Punk appear in a wrestling ring again? Yes. He will. Will he have another match? Yes, he will. It will either be for New Japan or Ring of Honor. Or some indies that he knows of. Some indie promotion, maybe in Europe. He will appear again in wrestling and he will wrestle again. I really, truly believe CM Punk has not wrestled his last match. He will wrestle again. Because when his UFC contract's up and the guy's got to make some type of income, I don't think he's going to just sit home in his 40s and 50s and be happy sitting home with no money coming in. I'm not saying he's going to be wrestling in his 50s, but I believe he's in his late 30s and he will wrestle. when he's 40 years old or past 40, he will wrestle to get some type of income. Some company, probably New Japan, will throw a lot of money at CM Punk, and he'll come back because of the big money. He'll be offered, and I won't blame him for coming back. I won't be angry about it. The only thing I get angry about with CM Punk is when the guy was bashing wrestling, bashing WWE, a company I love. Does WWE do everything right? Of course not. How could they? They run too many damn shows. But still, CM Punk, you're gone out of WWE. You should be happy you're gone. Don't bring them up anymore. And just don't bash them anymore. Because I don't like that. You sound really bitter, and I believe you're still bitter. So, anyways, Punk, I guess, Punk posted a tweet saying fans have been asking him if he's at the All In event, and he followed it up with posting about being all in for the Chicago Cubs. Fuck the Cubs. I'm not a fan of them. I'm a fan of the Brewers. And I don't care about the Cubs or their season. But obviously CM Punk does. So Punk's friend, Matt Jackson, I didn't know they were even friends, said Punk gave an interview, said this of Punk in an interview he gave earlier this year. He said he texts messages Punk on a weekly basis and that they were good friends. He said, we talk wrestling. He still loves wrestling. Of course he does. We're pro wrestlers. That's what we do. Even when you quit or retire or whatever, it's still in your blood. Maybe CM Punk still loves it and he misses it. I don't know what's in his head. If he's watching Ring of Honor or New Japan, the guy probably does miss it. But I don't think Punk will ever want to watch WWE again because he's too angry at them and he's still bitter at them. And Punk says he'll never, I don't know, I guess this is Matt Jackson saying this. Punk said this. He'll never return to WWE, but he's never fully closed the door on a return to wrestling either. As I said, CM Punk will wrestle again. Not for WWE, but for someone else. My guess, best guess, Ring of Honor or New Japan. And wherever CM Punk returns, it is going to make that company a lot of money. Because a lot of fans still want to see CM Punk, and a lot of fans still miss him. I don't miss him. The guy's been gone a long time. I don't miss him. Would I be upset if he ever returned to WWE? No, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be happy about it. Will I be upset when he returns to the ring again for another company? No, I'll probably watch it. Because I'll be curious to see how he does. And to see what he does in wrestling outside of WWE. I would want to see what he's going to do. But I don't miss the guy. I never ever think of the guy either. And those CM Punk chants at WWE events are damn annoying. Stop that. Even though I know the fans do it because they're bored, I guess. And they're saying they disapprove of this match or segment. Still stop chanting that. Instead of CM Punk, chant Rusev Day. And sadly, I think Rusev will be out of WWE by 2019. Or 2020, I think he'll be gone. Working for some other company. So anyways, I'm not going to bring up what CM Punk said on Cole Cabana's podcast. That was a long time ago. So anyways, CM Punk, I think I'm going to say it right now. My prediction, CM Punk will appear in the ring in Chicago with Cody and the Young Bucks and the Bullet Club. Maybe he'll join the Bullet Club. Who knows? Maybe he'll take his shirt off and he'll have a Bullet Club shirt on. Maybe Punk will come in a mask as a disguise or dressed up in a disguise and take the mask off and reveal that it's CM Punk at the All In event. The arena, the roof would blow off the arena. That's for sure. Last story on this episode of the list. Vince McMahon. Does he care about the fans or whatever? Or is Vince McMahon taking the fans for granted? Yes. He has for the last 17 years since WCW and ECW went under. Of course he has. Vince is old. Is he out of touch? Is he out of touch? Probably. With the fan base, yes. Because the fans do not want to see, maybe some fans want to see Roman as the top guy, as the babyface. But I don't. And I still think it's just women, MILFs, and cougars, and little kids want to see Roman as the babyface and the face of the company. I don't. But I'm not a little kid or a woman. So anyways, Vince, of course, he is taking the fans for granted. He started his own network. I have the network. I don't ever see getting rid of WWE Network because I like all the old content they put on there. And I like the pay-per-views for only $10 a month. Even though Backlash was shit and not good. Maybe you get what you pay for some months. Maybe they don't care. WWE and Vince do not care as much to give us what we want, the main events we want, because you're only paying $10 a month. Maybe that's how he feels. You're paying $10 a month. I'm going to shove Roman down your throats. If you like it or not, too bad. That's probably how he feels. So, first off, I wouldn't make Roman the Universal Champion. I wouldn't have him beat Brock. I would have Braun or Rollins defeat Lesnar. Roman does not need the title. He doesn't need to be. Why would he be? Not why, but if he wins Universal title as a babyface, the guy's going to be booed out every arena he goes to. So that's totally pointless. So on Vince McMahon, where was this about him? This is Wade Keller, pro wrestling reporter or journalist. He says he's not convinced it's Vince's number one goal to satisfy his fans. It's not. It's about network subscriptions. And it's about their stock and stuff like that. Whatever. As I said, in my opinion, Vince has not cared since 2001. Since he bought WCW, he has not cared how the fans feel, what they think. I shouldn't say that. Not every single year since 2001, Vince and WWE, I'm not saying they haven't done awesome stuff that has pleased the fans. They did about Greatest Royal Rumble. Braun Strowman won. I enjoyed that. I was happy with that. Nakamura not winning the title over and over, that doesn't make me happy, but whatever. I'm not upset with AJ Styles being the champion. And I'm not upset with Brock Lesnar being part-time. I don't care. He's gone. I don't care. Some people think Brock is going to defeat CM Punk's record reign. No, he's not, because Brock is Universal Champion, people, not WWE Champion. I guess they could say he's one of the longest reigning world champions in WWE history. They can say it all they want. It's still not true because it's a goddamn Universal title. And the Universal title to me means jack shit. I don't care who holds it. Brock could hold it for another 2 years. I don't care. It won't upset me because we have a WWE champion. That's full time, and that's all you should care about. If you're so upset Brock's going to defeat CM Punk's reign, get over it. You're just Punk fanboys and fangirls. So anyways, goes on to say Vince has not cared, has not tried as hard to make his product the best it could be. They have some of the greatest talent they've ever had on their roster currently. A lot of it is in NXT, but it's also on the main roster. You got some of the greatest damn talent you've ever had, Vince. I don't know if the talent's as good as it was in the Attitude Era when they had The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Owen Hart, Bret Hart. I mean, so many great talent was in the Attitude Era. But now, right now in 2018, they got some of the best talent they've ever had in their history on their roster. I'll just name a few. Aleister Black, Andrade Cien, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. I'm not going to mention Roman because I don't think he's the best talent on the roster. AJ Styles, Nakamura, Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, Becky, Natalia, Mickie James, Asuka, Ember Moon. So many great women talents. Sonya Deville. Johnny Gargano. Tommaso Ciampa. Braun Strowman. The Miz. Finn Balor. Velveteen Dream. So many damn good talent. So many damn good. Lindsay Dorado. That guy's awesome. Great cruiserweight talent. Cedric Alexander, Jack Gallagher, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Oni Larkin. The authors of Pain, they're new, so I don't think they're the best, but whatever. Bludgeon Brothers, Usos, New Day. I could go on and on. I'm running out of names that I think are some of the best WWE has. I can't think anymore. I ran out of names. I'm sure there's a lot more. Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre. There's probably a lot more names that I didn't mention. Dakota Kai, have to mention her. Nikki Cross. Who else? I can't think anymore, but the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. All the talent I've mentioned is some of the best they got. And I'm sure I missed Daniel Bryan. Gotta mention Daniel Bryan. I'm sure there's others I missed, and I apologize. I don't have all the names in front of me of the best talent I think they have. But Vince has gotten lazy. Vince McMahon and his booking, especially trying to push Roman Reigns as a babyface, is ridiculous. It needs to end. And Vince McMahon and the WWE as a company, not Triple H. That guy does awesome work in NXT, producing NXT, running NXT. Triple H and NXT put on great shows constantly, week after week after week, for years. I would say since 2014, NXT has been damn good. Vince McMahon in the main roster, Vince McMahon in WWE, the booking and just how you're booking has gotten really lazy. Really lazy. And not good all the time. I'm not going to say everything they book is shit, because I don't believe that. But Vince McMahon has gotten really lazy. That's a fact, because the guy has no competition. No real competition. New Japan is not their competition because they do not go head to head. That's what I mean. If Vince had Ring of Honor and New Japan together going head to head with him on Monday night, Vince would probably be scared and he'd really step it up and make the product better. Again, Vince has not cared what the fans think since 2001, except for a couple different things he did were really good. He brought in Sting. I really was happy about that, and other things I've been happy with. I'm not going to mention everything that WWE's done that's made me happy, because I can't remember every damn thing I watch. I watch wrestling every single goddamn week. I can't even remember what happened a month ago. Barely. So anyways, Vince is old. I don't know if the guy is slow in his brain, if he has dementia or Parkinson's or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to say he does. In my opinion, Vince is just gotten lazy. And I guess Vince, it was reported he was really upset and that he needs to do something to change the product, because fans walked out at Backlash during Samoa Joe Roman. Of course they're going to walk out. The show was almost 4.5 hours. And the fans didn't want to see Roman in the main event. They were probably tired, like, I'm not going to sit here and watch Roman in the damn main event. I'm going to go home. Because they already had a good enough show they already got to watch a whole show. I'm not saying it was good. It wasn't. But they got to see a long show. Why would they want to stay to see Roman? Especially if they're not a fan of him. And that tells you a lot of the fans, the passionate, hardcore fans on the East Coast. And I would say there's really passionate fans in Chicago. In my hometown, there's really passionate fans on the West Coast, LA, stuff like that. I'm talking about where WWE always sells out. They sell out Chicago, they sell out in LA, and they always sell out on the East Coast, Philly, New Jersey, New York. They always sell out. Basically, always sell out in those places. So Vince, it was, I guess Vince, people said it was eye-opening to him that he saw fans leave and walk out. Vince just why do you think they walked out? Because you put Roman in the main event. That's why they left, my opinion. They didn't want to see that shit anymore. Stop booking him in the main events of pay-per-views. just stop booking him in main events and stop pushing him as a damn baby face. Make him go away for a couple months and return as a heel with a new attitude and a new look, new ring gear. Probably should have him cut his hair and have him have a new look. Maybe dress in suits. No more Shield music. No more Shield ring gear. So this ends the episode of The List. I went very long, but it's my show. I'll go as long as I want. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.